Okay, sorry the video cut out. So I started a little bit in the corner here, and you're just gonna line the bottom of your eye with that blue. Again, you're gonna need to go back to the applicator. I'm not even halfway to the center of my eye yet. And then I basically stopped right here, and now I'm gonna use my finger and kind of blend it a little bit. And don't worry if it looks a little bit crazy, because you can take a dry Q-tip and help to clean up the edges. Just make sure you get like a good blue layer on there. And it's gonna look a little crazy at first until you start putting eyeliner and mascara and everything on, and then it's gonna look a little bit less crazy. But I'm gonna take the blue and I'm just gonna kind of blend it up towards that corner of my eye. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. And I had a question last night too, if you're getting the blue glitter in your bottom lashes before you put on mascara. What you can do is you can take a Q-tip and use the Q-tip to kind of clean off your lashes. Just be careful not to remove that blue under eye makeup. Or what you can do is you can just kind of pick it off of your eyelashes if you see like little clumps or anything. Okay, so I have a pretty good layer of the blue on. Let me wipe this off my hands. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another clean Q-tip, and you can either use it dry or you can put a little bit of like a micellar water or makeup remover on it to help you. And I'm just going to try to clean up the edges a little bit. But make sure you don't take it down to where you can't even see the blue, because there is, again, you're going to look a little crazy until you put on the eyeliner and the mascara and the false lashes and everything, and you do your eyebrows. You're going to look a little bit creepy, like you have like black eyes, I guess. But it won't look so crazy once you get all that on there. So don't bring it down to where it's like a really, really thin blue line. Just kind of use the Q-tip to blend it a little bit more. Okay. So from there, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna do my eyebrows really quick. And if you've never done your eyebrows, basically you're just gonna find an eyebrow pencil or a pomade or whatever you think is best for you. I like to use a pencil. And you're gonna outline the natural shape of what your brows are, and make sure you use a little brush to brush through them as you go, because otherwise you're gonna see like little makeup lines through your eyebrows. And this will help to blend that out. I usually like to start with the under part of my eyebrow and then work my way up to the top and the tail. and I'll usually just like draw a line underneath and then down and then on top and down and then fill it in. And then I like to brush through it so I'm not getting them super dark. And you want to do like light hand strokes so it's not super dark. Especially if you have light hair. And then I'll kind of just brush it up towards the center and then outward and then down at the tail there. And then same to the other side. Okay, so after that, sometimes people like to use like a brow gel or like a color gel or a clear gel. I don't really use any of that. I just kind of fill them in and I'm usually good from there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black eyeliner that I told you guys to get. And I'm going to go on to my waterline. And again, you want to roll your eye down and then just put that right on your waterline and get close to your lashes when you do that so that it's not like there's a gap. There's going to be a little bit of a gap for me because I have blonde eyelashes, so you're going to see that. But you want to basically blend the blue to the black. And you're going to bring that all the way into the center. And then, like I said yesterday, you're going to want to bring it up above your eye too. And you're only going to go halfway in for that. And make sure you get the corner here. Okay, so once you're done with that, sorry, I probably sound really gross and congested. Go in with your mascara. You can use, I don't need to because my eyes are naturally really curly, but you can use an eyelash curler if you need to. Yeah, I mean, you'll know if you want to use this or not, or whether you need to use it or not. Like if your eyelashes stick straight out, this will just help to curl them upwards. So I'm just gonna go in and I'm gonna put a hefty coat of mascara on my top and bottom lashes. And a good trick too, especially if you have really light colored eyelashes, once you get a coat on the top lashes, close your eye and get it on the other side of your lashes, and then again. And you only have to really do that one side once, but I usually like to let it dry a little bit before I do that, because it kind of sets them in place before I go and I coat the top lashes. It just gives it a little bit more volume. And if you're using false lashes, if you're doing the little singles, I find it easier to put your mascara and everything on before you put the singles on. If you're using strip lashes, I find it easier to put the strip lash on and then put your mascara on. And if you're using strip lashes, you don't really have to use as much mascara. Again, that's just what I find easier. Okay, so I got it on my top lashes. Now I'm gonna go to my bottom lashes and put a layer down there. Okay, so now that I've got mascara on, I'm gonna go in and put some false lashes on. Again, I think these are a lot easier, personally. So I'm just gonna put some glue on my hand. And then I use tweezers whenever I do this. And then I'm just gonna grab one with the tweezers, take it off, and I'm gonna make sure that the little adhesive that was sticking to the plastic is off too. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip the tip of this into the glue like that. And then I kind of just let it dry a little bit so it's not so wet going on my eye. Okay, and then I usually like to pull my eye out, and I'm gonna get this like right on top of my lashes, but you're gonna press it onto the skin. But you're just gonna get it as close to your lash line as possible. And sometimes it's easier to keep your eye open and do it. Sometimes it's easier to close your eye. Just depends, and you can put as many of these as you want. And you can kind of manipulate it a little bit too with your finger once you get it on your eye. And you can put these, I usually like to put them just in the corner on the side, just because that kind of gives me more of a cat eye look. But you can put these all over your eye, just in the corner, or wherever you think you need them. And if you're using the strip lashes, it's usually easier to, once you open them, size them to your eye like I told you guys last night. So basically what that means is take it out, put it on your eyelid or along your natural lash line. If it's too big for your eye, cut it, and then resize it to your eye to make sure it's good. And then after that, what you're going to do is you're going to put the adhesive glue on the strip itself, but don't do a lot of it because you don't want to have a lot on your eye. I don't recommend getting the white glue. I usually get the darker glue that looks black whenever it dries or clear whenever it dries. Then what you're going to do is I always apply with tweezers to the center of my eye first and then lay the sides down, because otherwise sometimes if you try to do it from the outside corners first, you can have like a bubble where it pops up in the center, which you wouldn't want. Which again, that's kind of why I just find these ones a little bit easier, because they just pop right on and you can manipulate them a lot easier. There were times at guard shows that Emily has also witnessed where I would just like start bawling trying to get those on because I couldn't get them on and I was so frustrated. And I was worried that I would have to redo my entire face of makeup because I screwed my eyes up just trying to do strip lashes. So again, that's kind of my preferred method. Okay, so that's pretty much it. From there, you would just use setting spray. Like I said, you can also use hairspray, whatever works best for you. But yeah, play around with it. It's gonna take you guys a couple of tries before you actually get the hang of it. And if you guys have questions or need me to do any more of like a focus tutorial or anything for you, just let Emily know and she can text me. But otherwise, or I mean, yeah, just let Emily know and she can text me and I can help you guys out. But otherwise, that's pretty much everything. Obviously with like the blush and the face makeup and everything, go a little bit more crazy than what you normally would for a daily basis, because it's guard, you're going to be on the floor performing, so you're going to need to do a lot more blush, you're going to need to do a lot more contour, a lot more highlighter and everything, probably a little bit more than what I did today. But I also put a lot on, but the lighting in my bathroom kind of sucks, so you probably can't see it a whole lot. But if you guys have questions, or if you aren't really sure about how to do the lashes or how to do the eyeliner or something like that, or how to blend, YouTube is a really good tool. But otherwise, I don't know what Emily's gonna want you to do for a lip. You can either do, I'm trying to think of I would say probably a nude lip, like a pinky or a nude colored lip for this makeup look. And then that would go best with, based on what she sent me for your guys' show. Okay? But if you have any questions, just let me know.